If you're watching this video, it's because you are having some IT band tightness and or pain. Very common because we don't condition this area in a traditional exercise program. They're kind of specialized exercises to help strengthen the hip. So as we move forward, I will say that it is imperative that you ask your medical provider if this exercise program is right for you. I do not suggest it for anybody who has had a total hip replacement or if you've just had recent surgery. So always check, make sure it's safe for you. It's a pretty easy program meant to do 10-15 minutes a day and you'll be set and hopefully pain-free in no time. What you'll need is you will need a foam roller. This one's a short one. You can use a long one if you want, but they come in different densities. The harder, the more it'll hurt at the beginning, but it will do more good for the mobilization of the IT band. The next thing that you will need is a band like this. You can get them on Amazon, Target, a bunch of places. I think I even got this one maybe at Ross. So anyway, you can take a TheraBand and tie it to if this isn't something that's easily accessible for you. You will need a weight if you're strong enough, and I do suggest trying this. This is an 8-pounder. You can go up to probably 20 is sufficient enough. And then you will need a strap. You can use a belt, you can use a long bed sheet. No need to actually buy an actual strap here. So we'll get to it. So we'll start with the foam roller. What the foam roller is going to do for you is going to mobilize that IT band. So it's going to get some of the built up parts in it to loosen up. It is kind of painful. I say 2 to 3 minutes if it's tolerable. If you can tolerate a minute at the beginning and you start working up your time, great. I promise you over time it'll feel good rather than painful, although you won't believe me at this moment. So let's get started here. So here is the roller. Don't go on top of your hip bone, go right below, and you're just going to roll, not over the knee, from the hip to right above the knee, and you'll do that. And then I like to do this too, it helps to push. Then move slightly forward, so you're gonna get the front of the hip, and again, do not go over the knee. And then roll all the way so you're slightly back. So you're getting that full length in all of the IT band. And right now you might be thinking this is pretty painful. So 2 to 3 minutes there. So that's the mobilization part. And I think you should always start there, just getting some circulation in there before you start anything else. The next part I'm going to have you do is you're going to take this nice band here and you're going to put it so that it's right above your knees but on your thighs. And what we'll do here is we're going to get into a bridge position. So you're going to lay back and you're going to take the weight and put it on your hip bones. You'll use your hands here just to keep it. And what you'll do is you're going to lift up into a bridge and come back down, up and down. So you're going to do this 20 times, keeping tension in this band. So if your knees are close together, then that is going to not work the muscles in your hip correctly. So you really want to make sure there's tension in the band. You should be feeling it a little bit by now. We'll do 20 of these. And then we're going to hold at the top. And this is what I call a hip drop. So you're going to drop down, back up, drop down, back up. And we'll do 20 of these guys next. And then last but not least, you're going to bring one knee out, keeping the other knee nice and stable so it's not moving as the other one does. And you're going to do 20 of these. Your hips should be burning by the end. If not, then make sure you increase your weight on your hips. And 3 sets of 20 is ideal. Start out with 1 set of 20 And then if your hips aren't too sore, next week you can do 2 sets of 20, and then following third week, 3 sets of 20. So now we'll get into the stretching portion. And so what I like to do is this one here. So you sit down, knees are up but wide. You're gonna drop down one side, drop down to the other, back and forth. And you'll do 20 of these. You should feel this on the outside of the hip. And I would work up to doing 40 of those. The next stretch is going to be in a lunge position. So you'll be lunged like this. Sorry, let me move the weight here. And you're gonna come down here. So you might not be as flexible as me, which is absolutely fine. You may be up here. As long as you're feeling the stretch through here, you're doing it correctly. And then I'm gonna encourage you to go off to the side. If this hurts your knee, you can put a pillow down for your knee so that your knee is not uncomfortable. And we'll do this for just 1 minute. And then we'll come on up. So we'll be in lunge position again. You're going to take, so whatever knee is down, for me it's the right, you're going to bring your arm up and you're going to reach to the side, and you should feel that through your lateral body here, but also through your hip. So we're trying to get at that hip here and relax. Back and forth. And if it feels better to hold for a minute, do that. Otherwise, back and forth 10 times. Last but not least, for the stretch part, we're going to take the strap. We will lay on our back. Get this right on the ball of the foot. And you can take this leg, you can have it up if you want, no problem. But you want to have your knee nice and straight. So if you're not as flexible, you bring your leg down so that you still get the stretch without being up here like that, because you're going to want to stretch your hamstring out. And then the next part I like to do is called a windshield wiper. So you're going to bring your leg out this way as far as it'll go, and then all the way over this way. So you're going back and forth, going out to the side. Probably isn't bad, but over here you probably will feel it. And then you can bring your knee up and back, up and back, and that'll get a little deeper through that IT band. And I would say 10 windshield wipers ending with 10 of these is best. We'll bring it up. So that is my program for self-healing with IT band problems. And if that doesn't work, see your PT privately. We all have different bodies and different things work, but I'll tell you this works for most of the people I've ever worked with, as long as you're consistent with it and do it daily and don't stress it too much as you're healing. Thank you so much.